All right, so Nick Fuentes and Kanye West hanging out with Alex Jones on InfoWars. Okay, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of it. I've seen it trending on Twitter because clearly it's like funny as fuck. Let's be honest. Okay, shit's gonna be funny as hell. So we're gonna check this out. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Fuentes and we're gonna talk about Kanye. We're gonna look at all the clips, right, at InfoWars with Alex Jones. It's gonna be freaking hilarious, okay? This stuff is out of control. It's gonna be so dumb. Our mind's gonna explode. So here's what we're doing. You can see on the right-hand side, Kanye is trending. And if I go to explore, I think InfoWars is trending as well. And I wonder why. I wonder what's going on. Okay, let's start right here. Alex Jones desperately tries to get Kanye to clarify that he doesn't actually like Hitler, but no. Okay. Jesus Christ. We're going in, guys. Put your hazmat suits on, okay? Put the hazmat suits on. All hold hands. Buckle the seatbelts. We're going the frick in. Okay, you ready for this? Let's go.
I don't think Hitler was a good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing.
What a way to enter the segment. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing. Okay, amazing stuff, really good. But Hitler, less so. I mean, it could be better. Let's put it this way. But the Hugo Boss uniforms, holy smokes.
But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms? But that's about it.
No. There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler.
No. Let me go back.
But that's about it.
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler. A lot of things.
I don't think Hitler was a good guy.
He didn't say this, did he? He didn't even attach like, there are a few things I don't like. It's actually a lot of things. Jesus Christ, Kanye has really gone off on the deep end, right?
I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Oh, man. Well, I have to disagree with that.
My God, you know you're messed up when even Alex Jones says, oh, I have to disagree with that. When your opinion is so radical that even Alex Jones disagrees, you know something is wrong with you, man. So he says, I love Jewish people, but I also love Hitler, right? Or the Nazis.
I love Jewish people, but I also love...
Why does he fucking look like that? I mean, I understand, okay? It's shameful to be on InfoWars. Nobody wants to be on InfoWars, right? It's the dumbest show on the internet, probably. But why'd you put like a freaking balaclava over your face? You can't even see anything. He doesn't even have holes for his eyes. Kanye has absolutely lost it, honestly. Like, you know, I mean, he's been quite open about like his mental challenges with mental illness, you know, and being bipolar and on medication and dropping medication and all that stuff. But holy smokes, man, the guy went down the deep end. This is a completely different level. Let's check what he has to say here.
That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well,
You don't deserve to be demonized. Well, wait a sec. Oh my God. Oh my God, I did not imagine it to hit so hard, bro. That is insane. Nah, it has to be deepfake. No, it's not a deepfake. I think what's going on here is Kanye has abandoned the idea that anything in his head should be filtered. You know, like you and me, even we have an idea that's maybe a bit dumb or a bit radical or anything like that, we are a bit cautious, especially when we're on a public platform, right? Kanye has been on a public platform for his life, for all his like the last 10, 15 years or whatever. He's been public all the time. So now he's at the point, and he said this something to that extent, at least in some interviews, where he's like, I'm going to say whatever comes to my mind, and I say it unfiltered. I don't care anymore. I owe nobody nothing. So he says this stuff, which is incredibly dumb, but I think he just abandoned his filter. He really has. Like, there is nothing anymore in his brain that is like, nah, dude, you shouldn't say these things in that way because it's cringe or whatever, or just really, really bad. But anyway.
That's right. You're not Hitler. You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love...
Show the American History X scene. That was not on InfoWars actually, or didn't they cut that in, right?
You know, us, and you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts, and you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. But
wait, what? Sorry, I was distracted by that whole curb scene.
So what? People are not going to tell me you can love you know, us. And you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts. And you can love what we're, you know, what we're pushing with the pornography. But this guy that
What is he talking about?
invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did any.
He invented highways, bruv. This is a myth that I have to debunk right now. A lot of people always say, well, Hitler, he built all the autobahns, right? All the highways in Germany. It's actually not true. That was actually original, like a liberal idea. It's like the opposing party that was against Hitler. They introduced that idea and they started that program. And then Hitler just adopted it. He kind of brought it on the way. So he didn't invent anything. And then he said he invented the microphone.
Invented the very microphone that I use as a musician.
He did not invent... I mean... Even he invented like a certain way of communicating with his crowds and the people, you know, like a way of propaganda, basically. He did, and even that he didn't invent. He just kind of was the first to implement it. Other people invented. But what does he think? That freaking Hitler sits there with like a screwdriver and a soldering iron and invents a microphone or what? Like, what the hell is he talking about, man?
You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Especially Hitler. Especially, God, the guy is so far gone, dude. Holy shit. Do you guys still think it's deep fake?
Watch my accounts because they've been frozen by the Jewish banks. So
The Jewish
I need to watch
banks.
my meals.
Well, CNN says white people are evil Nazis, so I mean, I disagree with both statements, but I get the Trojan.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis.
Do you see Alex Jones' face? Look at his face. I'm going to bring it up extra big. After he says that he disagrees with both statements, check his face.
Well, CNN says white people are evil Nazis, so I mean, I disagree with both statements, but I get the Trojan.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at.
Oh my goodness! Just because you don't like one group doesn't mean the other. Look, it's
I
fine.
love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I think at that point, Alex Jones was like, just stop freaking talking, bro. You're even gonna get us deplatformed on the platform that we're hosting ourselves. Like, every hoster in the world is not gonna have us after this. Unbelievable. I don't know if at this point you can even just call it bipolar. I think these episodes that he's having, it's beyond that. It feels like it's beyond that, right? Here goes the next one. Are you guys ready? I feel bad for Kanye. It's sad watching a man suffering from severe mental illness. True. It is sad, I agree with you, but at the same time, it's like he's doing it all to himself, man. He could just take his medication. He was successful for a long time, so he knows how to control himself. It's not that, you know, other people are doing it to him. He's doing it to himself. And it's really funny. You remember, you guys saw this, right? He was at Tim Pool on Timcast the other day, and Tim Pool said... Like, I think after he left, he said, it's so funny, before the show started, they were talking, right? And Kanye was like, oh, bro, Tim Pool, we should do this every week, right? We should do this stream every week. And Tim Pool said quite rightly, not that I agree with anything that Tim Pool says, but he said quite rightly, like, why would you say something like this? Is nobody else inviting you to their show that you have to ask me to do a show every week to kind of exploit my reach and my clout? And now he's on InfoWars, okay? Like, which is literally the next step down from Timcast, right? Like, in terms of reach and dirty irrelevance in a way. It's absolutely off the chain. He just continues to double down at this point. It's like, it's not even that he doubles down, man. Like, he's not even doubling down. He's tripling down. He's putting another layer on top. And it really makes me wonder, is it maybe that he's thinking that he's kind of going somewhere with this, right? He's like, oh, look, I have lost everything I have, right? All my money is gone. All my credibility as a producer and hip-hop rapper star kind of thing is gone. So maybe what I need to do, maybe the way forward is just be more radical now. Because apparently, every time I say something really dumb and radical, it explodes on Twitter. People are doing live streams about it, like me. So in order to get my clout back, I'm just gonna triple down on it now. And I'm gonna say even more dumb stuff. We're going back in. Here we go. Next video.
What you want, man? Hey, yeah, right after this, I'm gonna say you're crazy. I'm gonna take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks, and we have to go and kill people. Also, we're in the pedophilia.
Bro, he has lost it, man. What is that in his hand? What is he? Is that like a small red flag? Or what is that even? That just leaves me speechless, bro. He does sound a bit like Elmo. Who would have thought that, right? That we're gonna hear Kanye West doing an impression of Elmo. I gotta watch this again.
What you want, man? Hey, yeah, right
I'm speechless, guys. This is too much. This is too much. I did not expect this. I thought he says a few dumb things, but he's impersonating Elmo, being a Jew, saying that he has to control banks, and I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. I don't know where this... Okay, what about this one? The Elmo shit. The Elmo shit broke me, man. That broke me on the inside, very deep. That was too much, honestly. That was insane. Kanye West stating as clearly as possible that he's a Nazi. We probably heard this already, right?
Like, I'm tired of hearing I'm a Nazi. I'm really, because I'm not. But I think by them falsely accusing people, some people are going to become Nazis.
I am. Now what? I am. Now what? Now I'm a Nazi, Ari Emanuel. Isn't that?
Bruh. Nick Fuentes is not good for Kanye West. He is not good for Kanye West. Holy shit, dude. Because that is stuff you hear from... that's even stuff you wouldn't even hear from Fuentes, right? Even Fuentes wouldn't say, I'm a Nazi. Guys, I am a Nazi. Okay, I just want to make this abundantly clear. He wouldn't even say this. Where's he going with this, man? I'm trying to kind of understand, like, whether he's playing 4D chess or what is he doing right now? What's the end game of this? I don't know. I do not know. Jesus Christ. Okay. Here's the next one. I don't know where we can go from here.
I was tired of picking up the Yahoo and the netting, so for now he's just netting. I know some people call him BB, no, some people call him Yahoo, but we're gonna call him netting. What you want, netting? Hey, yeah, right?
It's a netting. Oh, Netanyahu. Oh no. Oh no, he's doing a Netanyahu joke. Jesus Christ in heaven, man. That's the joke. That wasn't in the previous one. It's because it's a net and Yahoo.
After this, I'm gonna say you're crazy. I'm gonna take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought. We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks, and we have to go and kill people. Also, you're in the pedophilia.
So, in a little while, hopefully...
The awkward silence after he dropped that net to the ground. You can even hear the net dropping, right? And it's just a moment of like... So, okay, so... like everyone there, including Fuentes and Jones and everyone behind the cameras in this room has just one thought. And that is, he's lost it. He's gone. Like, he's left the building. This guy is gone. Okay, so, and I'm sure even Alex Jones at this point is like, how can we get out of this thing again? Like, how can we bring it back to at least what I perceive to be normality on InfoWars, which is already like an extremely distorted version of reality, obviously, InfoWars, but he's worried, man. Alex Jones is worried about that shit, but yeah, let's take a look at that again. I want to enjoy the awkward silence after this again.
We have to control the history books. We have to control the banks, and we have to go and kill people. Also, you're in the pedophilia.
So, in a little while, hopefully you're going to take the mask off, because is this actually Ye here?
That is a good point, actually, right? Yeah, people could claim it is actually someone else or whatever, but I think it is Ye. And now check this out, right? This is a video, I've seen this already, that he recorded for Nick Fuentes, to kind of as an opener for his live stream. And I think that was like 7-8 days ago, something like this. I don't want to lie, maybe it's 2 weeks, 10 days. Look at this.
I'm Ye. Welcome to America First. We got a great show for you tonight.
Okay, it's Ye. He's a bit off the rails. He's doing an intro for Nick Fuentes, which is in itself, like dumb and insane. It's an insane thing to do. But he can still articulate and comes across as kind of a normal person. And now we're looking at this 8 days later.
What you want, then? Hey, yeah, right after this, I'm gonna say you're crazy. I'm gonna take your family away from you. We're not done with you yet. You cannot cause free thought.
Dude is doing a Netanyahu stunt with a net in his hand, talking like Elmo, pretending that Netanyahu is talking to him. There are like 10 days in between that. Where are we going to be in 10 days from now? Do you know what I mean? Where is this going? This is like accelerating on a level that is I don't even want to say it's not healthy, because obviously none of this is healthy, but it's come to a point. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, what's this?
He had a really cool outfit.
He had a really cool outfit. Okay, I don't even need to say who he's talking about, but there you go. I hope you guys can hear the audio loud enough.
You know, it's like he had a really cool outfit and stuff, and he was a really good architect. And
So you're in love with the look of it.
And he didn't kill 6 million Jews. That's just like factually incorrect.
Guys, get the Ronald Reagan clip they showed me yesterday. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, guys. Let me give you a little anecdote here, okay? I grew up in Germany. I can see we have a lot of people here that are from Canada, from the United States, from around the world, okay? As someone who grew up in Germany, we had school trips to concentration camps, okay? So it was, I wouldn't say mandatory, but it was pretty common that when you are at a certain age, when you are 16, you know, you're in high school, you're in 10th grade, 9th, 10th, 11th grade, something like that, when you're ready to see these things, they would take you to concentration camps that are now museums, obviously, right? And they exhibit the history of what happened there. And they do these things where you see a certain, like they left some of the structures intact, and you can literally see a photo in front of it. So here's a photo of a pile of 500 starved bodies, right, on a mountain in front of this building. The building is still there. You can go and touch the building. So you're literally looking at where those bodies were. So they do a great job of bringing this awful history to life and making it very visual for you to understand. Now, part of that trip, that particular concentration camp that I went to, they asked us if we do want to go into the gas chamber and just go in. They wouldn't close the door or anything, but you can go in and spend a minute in there with the group if you like. You didn't have to. Obviously, it's optional. Now, that gas chamber had the original interior. It was the exact same walls, that there was no work done to it. These walls were the walls that were in there when people were gassed in that room. And keep in mind, many people don't really know that, but the ambition and the idea of those concentration camps and those gas chambers, and the reason why they had them, was because the idea was kind of going along with what Kanye is thinking, because the Jews are so bad, that the only way in order to fight the Jews and get rid of them is to exterminate them on an industrial scale. Okay, so the ambition was to exterminate a group of people on an industrial level, because it would take too long and would be too expensive to shoot them one by one and then carry them away. So just put them in, gas them, 100 people out, then next 100 in, you burn them in piles. It's an industrialization of murder. Okay, that was the idea. So anyway, I did choose, I don't know how old I was, maybe 17, 16, something like that. I chose to go into that gas chamber. So here I was. Needless to say that it feels completely insane to be in that gas chamber, to be in that room where thousands, I don't know, it was a big concentration camp, man. It was huge. So maybe even millions of people literally took their last breath. It's absolutely, absolutely unspeakably barbaric just to be in that room. And then I saw something. And I saw something that will stick with me for the rest of my life. Okay? The inside of that room was tiled. Okay? There were white tiles all around. Obviously, it's easier to clean, right? People would defecate themselves in the fear of death, right? And so you don't want to deal with that. You bring 100 people in, gas them, put them out, and then you hose it off or something like that, right? To quickly move to the next 100. And I saw in those tiles scratch marks, finger scratch marks in white tiles. Okay? Like, think about that for a second. Like bathroom tiles. I'm sure you have, some of you may have bathroom tiles or tiles in your kitchen or something. Think about, you would scratch with your bare hands into tiles. Okay? That's the level we're talking here. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. And I don't want to spoil the mood, you know, and be all negative Nancy. But bro, when he says, oh, no, they didn't kill 6 million people. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck Kanye West. Fuck that guy so hard. He never went to a concentration camp, and you bet your ass that if he would go to a freaking concentration camp, he would deny it. He'd be like, oh, that's all been built, well, I don't know, for a movie set. It's all fake, right? It's all bullshit and blah, 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 whatever, man. Fuck that guy. And fuck all Holocaust deniers. My grandparents were in the war. They didn't talk too much about it, okay, because it was obviously heavily traumatic, and especially for people who obviously supported the Nazis at some point, right? these people were on board with the ideology, because if you were not, you were dead. Basically, you were just one of the Jews in the gas chamber. You were just, there were no questions asked. But my grandma told me a few things. They had a concentration camp fairly close to where they lived. It wasn't as big as the one that I visited, but they had smaller ones all around. And she said they had the chimney, right? And they didn't know in the beginning what was going on, but at some point they found out that they were basically burning Jewish people in that chimney 24 hours. 24 hours. So she said that chimney would always be smoking. Always. That chimney never stopped smoking. Never. You know what I mean? Like, as a German, as someone who grew up in Germany, this is the stuff that my grandparents experienced firsthand that traumatized them to death and obviously cost so many people so much suffering. And it's unspeakable. It is literally unspeakable. And here's fucking Kanye West on InfoWars talking about that nobody killed 6 million Jews. Fuck that guy.
6 million Jews, that's just like factually incorrect.
Guys, get the Ronald Reagan clip they showed me yesterday. Sorry, go ahead. Ronald Reagan said that too. Well, I think Hitler did target and kill some people. So I think, you know.
I think Obama killed Palestinians.
No, I hear you. Here's where I think the frustration is. And Nick, you can comment on this.
And Obama was not the first black president. He was another Jewish president.
The unawareness of history and the unawareness of the context of what he's talking about is just absolutely insane, man. He's lost it. Fish Taco Tonight says it as well. This is a different level, man. And when I started the stream, I hadn't watched any of this, so I really wasn't aware of where this would be going. I literally wanted to react to it live. This is about 15 notches above what I expected. This is absolutely insane. It's videos like that make it hard to defend free speech. Fair point. Show that to Elon Musk. Okay, there goes your free speech, bro. I think Kanye is already back on Twitter, right? He's been reinstated. So that guy, how many million followers he has, I don't know, is now on Twitter. Fucking hell, bro.
My mission here today is to offer the First Amendment, because as long as you're not...
There we go. There we go. The First Amendment, right? And here's the thing. If everybody would just agree that this is complete insanity, like, or 98% of the people would be like, this is insane, the guy's a lunatic, I don't mind. Put it on freaking InfoWars. If everyone is, like, aligned like we are here, great. But the problem is there are some people who are not. There are some people who watch this and they're like, yeah, that's right. That's right, mate. He didn't do any of it, and now they feel reassured in their disturbed beliefs. And the next step is like, oh, we gotta do something, like, gotta stop the Jewish cabal. And now they reload their freaking AR-15 and go somewhere where, you know. I'm all for free speech, dude. But at the same time, you gotta be a little bit more differentiated on like what it does. Giving someone like this a platform, and to be honest, this applies to all these conservatives who hate so hard against trans people and so on. And we've seen the Club Q shooting and all that shit, man. Stuff is hitting the real world. This type of free speech is not just free speech. It translates into horrible acts, and we have to be aware of that as well. And that's why Twitter used to be a platform that's fairly well, you know, monitored, and where this kind of language has been removed, and where people like Trump get removed because he's abusing the platform for exactly these things that then hit the real world. Now they're back. Now Elon is in charge, right? Let's go back. The First Amendment, right?
My mission here today is to offer the First Amendment, because as long as you're not carrying out violence against someone or asking people to be violent, like the left asks people to burn down cities and attack Republicans.
Fuck off, bro. Like the left asks people to burn down cities. Fuck you, bro.
And celebrate Rand Paul and Scalise being shot and attacked, then you have your free speech. And when the left came out in the last 10 years and really accelerated the last 5, 6, and said white people are inherently evil because of the color of their skin, and that somebody who moved here as a kid from Poland,
I love how Kanye just sits there with his stupid face covered.
They're supposed to pay reparations for what people did hundreds of years ago in this country. It's a divide and conquer strategy. I'm not getting into the reparations debate.
That he even dares to twist this. I mean, this was probably the opener of the show, I think. So he didn't know where he was going, okay? Or where the show was going. But holy fuck, did that backfire. That he's like, oh yeah, the left, the radical left, asks people to burn down cities. And, you know, as long as you don't incite violence. And here comes Kanye, reassuring each single person out there who was maybe a half-hearted, semi-closeted Nazi to be full-on Nazi. It's all right now. Kanye says it's okay. It's okay to be a Nazi. And you know what? Be proud of it. Don't hold back to saying, I don't like Hitler. You like Hitler. Now it's okay. Kanye told everyone that it's okay to like Hitler, man.
I'm saying the groups.
Because the radical left, right, that's much worse. The radical left asks people to burn down cities and incites violence, man. What the actual bro?
Pushing reparations are trying to cause division. And so I've said it, the most Nazi-like activities I've seen, and the Nazis, in my view, were thugs that shook people down, did a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to get to that.
He's chiming in. He's like, hold on. Did you say something bad about the Nazis? Before that, he said loads about the people who are left-leaning. Like, there he didn't chime in. He's like, that's true. They are all horrible scumbags, right? Awful people, these lefties. But wait, about the Nazis? What did you say about the Nazis, bro?
The Zionists cannot tell me who I can love and not love. I don't think like that. I think more like someone that's on the spectrum. Says that's what they want to claim. Well, let me be on the spectrum of love, because love.
But that's a good t-shirt.
Dude. Let me be on the spectrum of love. Don't say anything bad about the Nazis. Don't say anything bad about Hitler. They didn't kill 6 million people. I'm on the spectrum of love. I mean, honestly, at what point do you call like an ambulance and like inform like a mental institute? At what point do you do that? Dude is rich. Dude is influential. Dude is wealthy. Dude is a celebrity, okay? So you don't do that, but you really, really should. Honestly, dude, it leaves me freaking speechless. It leaves me like, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Since that's what they want to claim, well, let me be on the spectrum of love, because love.
But that's a good t-shirt. I love Hitler.
That's a bar.
I'm joking.
Well, and I think too,
Amazing joke. Alex Jones, amazing fucking joke, you moron. And he knows it. Look at his dumb face. He's like, huh, that was a shit joke. Kind of regretted it like half a second after I made it. You idiot, Jesus Christ.
That's a bar.
I'm joking.
Well, and I think too,
yeah, go ahead.
I love Zionists too. Oh, sorry.
I love Zionists. We love everyone.
You're just saying love humanity and stop getting past the labels. It's
love is the key. Everyone's promoting this loathing, and it's time to promote love. God.
No, I hear you. Let's bring in Ollie Alex.
Bro, you can't contradict yourself any more than that. Like, he says one thing, then he says another thing, then he jumps to like, I hate Jews, then he says I love Hitler, then he's on the spectrum of love, you know, then he says Hitler didn't kill 6 million Jews, then he says I love the Jews. That this dude, man, it's so incoherent and just so messed up. It's absolutely next level. I don't think I've ever seen any person talk like this on any public platform. Not like that. In the past, people used to hide their racism in between the lines, right? Even a few days ago when they were at Timcast, they were like, they control everything. Nobody dared to say the word Jews, right? And they were like, they, yeah, but it is they, it's them, right? It's them. It's like, nobody, like if you watched my video like today or when I did yesterday or whatever, yeah, it's even too far gone for Alex Jones. Holy shit. Like Ethan Dean says, by the way, welcome to the stream, Ethan Dean. I'm gonna need a sip to drink, but I drink to you. Thanks for dropping by. And especially now, where we have big issues with education, right? In many countries, educational budgets get scaled back. Also in America, in big parts of America, education is just not on top of where it used to be, maybe, or you know, maybe it never was that great, but it's reached a level where a lot of people have like real challenges understanding history, understanding context, understanding even irony and sarcasm and all this kind of stuff. You're right. This kind of stuff will literally lead to death. This type of free speech will, I'm saying it now, I'm calling it right now, will lead to death. Check this out.
In Nazi Germany, do I get love then? Schwarzenegger said he loved Hitler. They gave him an award.
Schwarzenegger did not say he... What are you making up, bro? I hope he gets sued into oblivion for saying something like that.
I'm just saying, I don't like Nazis, and I don't like what some of the mafias are doing either.
I like Hitler.
That was the last sentence of the show, right? I think that was the end of it. It's like...
What some of the mafias are doing either.
I like Hitler.
And cut to logo. I love it. Good God, the dude is so far gone. I gotta take my jumper off. This is insane, man. That was something, man. What a freaking ride that was. Holy smokes, man.